Welcome again in one of another exciting tutorial on the general purpose computer system. At the end of this lesson, we aim to achieve to know or to be able to list the hardware components of the computer system. We should also be able to explain the function of the hardware component and list examples of these hardware components. Now, throughout time immemorial, man has always relied on various tools to assist in their labor. From the very first manual calculator called the abacus to the state-of-the-art supercomputers, these are tools that has aided man significantly in the development of many great societies and industries. But what comprises this powerful tool? What makes it so powerful? This tool called the computer has a number of devices attached to the system unit called hardware. What is hardware? Hardware is defined as the physical component that makes up the computer systems. These include the keyboard, the mouse, the hard disk, just to name a few. But before we actually discuss all the hardware components, hardware is normally placed into different categories. These include the input, the processing, the output, and the storage devices. Now let us first look at input devices. These hardware components are used to get data and information into the computer. Now let us look at these devices more in depth. The first is a keyboard, which is the most common or popular input device, which is made up of character, numbers, and symbols. The other that we looked at was the mouse. The mouse we consider to be a point and click input device, which is used to select and click icons and menus in a Windows environment. Next we will look at the output device. These are devices that display processed data called information. Output can be in the form of hard copy output and soft copy output. Now, hard copy output, a popular hard copy output device is the printer. And a popular soft copy output device is the speaker. Now the next category of hardware is what we call the processing, which the main component is the central processing unit, now otherwise known as the CPU, or the brain of the computer. It deals with the processing of data into information. It has two compartments, the CU and the ALU. The CU is used, or the control unit, is used to direct the flow of data into and out of the processor. while the ALU, or the Arithmetic Logic Unit, focuses on the logical and arithmetic operation of the computer. Then storage. Storage, as its name implies, deal with the actual storage of information for later retrieval. Storage can be further broken down into two categories: primary storage and secondary storage. Primary storage, or immediate access storage, holds data that the CPU is currently working on. There are two types of storage or primary storage: the random access memory and the read-only memory. Random access memory is considered volatile, that is, when power is lost, the computer loses the data stored in RAM. And the other is the ROM, or the read-only memory. While RAM is non-volatile, where the content remains even if power goes, there are different types of RAM: the programmable read-only memory, the electrically programmable read-only memory, and electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Now let us look back at what we went through. Are we able to list the various hardware components of the computer system? Are we able also to explain the functions of the hardware components of the computer system? And are we able to list examples of the hardware components?